So we're going to chat about what's going on with Compound. We started with that yesterday. I mean, this is a situation where you have a decentralized protocol, no one's in charge. You have a bug that's discovered, but built into the protocol is the idea that it takes 7 days to fix any bugs that are found because the whole community needs to weigh in. And what's the result of that? Huge amounts of money are just being leaked from the Compound ecosystem as people get more rewards than they should because of this bug. So if you didn't tune in yesterday, we were chatting about this. It's up to $90 million that's been issued to users, people who've been mistakenly given out rewards and Compound tokens. You had Robert Leshner, who's the founder of Compound, who is begging the ecosystem to return this. Now, he made a tweet yesterday. Let's dive into this because there are a lot of people not happy about this. He said, keep 10% as a white hat, but return the money. Otherwise, it's being reported as income to the IRS, and most of you are doxxed. Now, obviously, this didn't go down well in the crypto space, where doxing is an absolute no-go, and the IRS is a no-go too. Like, Robert, what are you doing? Really, you're gonna dob on people to the IRS? Is dob an Australianism? I think it might be. You're going to tell on people to the IRS. I mean, that's just kind of very much against this whole decentralized, let's get away from states and all that ethos. He then turned around and walked that back and said, this is on me. Please don't blame the whole ecosystem for my bad tweet. I'm just trying as hard as I can to get this money back into the ecosystem. A very complex issue. Will, I'm going to throw it straight to you for your take on this. I mean, I feel bad for him. I feel bad.
I want to get this guy's take really quick, but I'll get
some. All right, Zach.
All right. Well, I'm going to stand up for Bobby Lesh here. I'm going to defend Bobby Lesh. He said, "Hey guys, I was tweeting too spicy. I really messed up. It's not good." We're in the process of trying to figure out what he meant by this docs comment. I think right now people are just sort of speculating. All the coverage is around speculation as to what that can mean. I think I read that as being like, hey, if you take this comp and change it into like USDC on Uniswap and then go to a crypto exchange to try to get actual money out the system, that's a KYC'd off-ramp, right? So like your identity is attached to those off-ramps. And so I think that's what he's sort of suggesting here. And we saw that with a couple of tweets shared overnight where it's like, hey, one address took this from Compound, went to an exchange, cashed it out, jig's up. That person is easily identifiable, right? And I think what Bobby Lesh is saying here is that's likely the case with much of this activity going on, right? Within the crypto casino, it's all good. You got the chips on the table. You can stack them up as much as you want. But when you go to the teller to cash out, that still, for a large part, is a KYC and a process that's very much riddled with real-world identity. Sure, there's ways you could spend it, do all other sorts of stuff, keep it in crypto. But for people who see this as an opportunity to make a quick buck, your identity is going to be attached to that when you transfer those into the bucks. So I think that's what he's saying. I don't know. We're going to get some more details on that later, hopefully. Naomi, take it away.
Yeah, so I'll throw to Will first.
Okay, I'll grab it. So now, just to kind of follow up on what Zach was saying, I think Robert's intent here was a little bit different than what the text of the tweet first reads. I do think that he's kind of looking at it from a community aspect. Like, if you are choosing to not return the funds, which originated from an error in the code itself, then you're choosing to not really be part of the community, and people will find out at some point that you chose not to be part of the community and not help out the community, because there is a huge community aspect to every DeFi project out there. And I think that's what he was kind of highlighting. I will say, just like from his perspective, he's been working on this project for years, and to see literally 2 lines of code were mistaken, 2 lines of code were broken, and that caused $90 million to be lost, which from his perspective, that would seem like a pretty emotional moment and be pretty frustrating. So I can excuse a bad tweet, and he owned it later. So in my book, not too big of a deal. I think from now, it's interesting to see what this means for blue chip DeFi projects. There's a lot of them out there that haven't had a lot of issues. Aave comes to mind immediately. They haven't really had any large hacks or issues to date. But if Compound can have an issue, why not Aave? Why not Uniswap? Why not something else?
Super interesting. Quick little note. Just tweeted when we started the show. Jake Chervinsky, one of the many lawyers of crypto Twitter, who is the general counsel for Compound Finance, announced that he's resigning. It's not related to this. He mentioned in the tweet thread he put his resignation in 4 weeks ago. But interesting little development relating to Compound regulation and DeFi that is sort of linked to this story itself. Naomi, last word, and then we'll take a quick one.
Yeah, I just wanted to mention, I mean, the tax implications of staking rewards, it is considered income if you're getting rewards from that. Whereas if you were getting like a reward as being a white hat hacker might be considered a gift, which is a non-taxable event. Don't hold me to that. Go talk to your lawyer. But that also might be the difference between like getting to keep your money or, give away money to the IRS. And obviously, there's nothing compelling people to give their money back. It's a lot of money to give back. Just know that you are probably, chain analytics companies are so, they're so sophisticated these days that I wouldn't try to hide from the IRS is what I'm saying. As much as I hate them, as much as I think taxation is theft, I wouldn't try to hide from the IRS because this stuff is very much out there. So just be very careful if you are like thinking this through and you've got some of this money, you're deciding what to do with it. Just really think it through. You could do some good for the community. You don't have to, but there are also consequences. Just be aware of them and protect yourself.